In this video, I'm going to be giving you my first impressions of Social Animal. This is a content marketing platform that's very similar to BuzzSumo without the expensive monthly price tag. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, I'm Dave from Profitable Tools, where I review software to help you grow your business. Now today we're talking about Social Animal, and we're going to get right into it here. I'm going to give you my first impressions as we go through and set up an account in just a second, but I'll give you a little bit of context for what this platform is and what I'm expecting it to do. So Social Animal is most often compared to BuzzSumo. Now this is not a social media marketing tool in the sense that it's not going to schedule out posts on Instagram for you. It's also not an SEO tool in the sense that it's not going to give you, say, the search engine results page and how many people are competing for a certain keyword on Google. That's not what it's about. It's actually going to give you insights about what content is popular and what content is being shared on social media. So you can think of it kind of like a search engine tool for social media. At least that's what I'm expecting to see. So I've already got my account all set up. Let's just dive right in here. First question it asked me is, what am I going to use Social Animal for? Well, let's say I want to research content ideas, maybe to make more videos like this one. Oh, keep track of competitors. Why not? Find influencers, not so important to me, but that's interesting to note that it's there. Track mentions, sure, why not? Analyze shared content so I can see what's working. I think that is definitely helpful. And curate relevant content. That would be more if I were promoting other people's content. So I'm going to leave that one unchecked and we'll go ahead and hit next. Just one more step, it says. We recommend adding at least 3 keywords and 3 competitors to receive alerts and stay updated. All right, let me go ahead and do that. All right, I went ahead and added some keywords here. I added business software, digital marketing software, and WordPress. For competitors, I've added WP Crafter, AppSumo's blog, and PC Mag. All right, let's go ahead and hit the Let's Roll button. All right, it looks like they're putting me through an onboarding tour here, showing me one of the results. It says, here's an example of how your article results look. When you make a keyword search, you can find a bunch of information, including shares by social media network and co-occurring keywords fetched from within the article. It's like over here is where I can basically filter through the search by content type, deep search, domain, top level domain, so on and so forth. Here's some interesting features. There's a headline analyzer. Looks like I can start to collect articles that I want to compare, and I can view who is sharing the articles, as well as share the article myself or save the article. And then, of course, I can export the results as a CSV or Excel file to my computer. All right, let's go ahead and hit done and end this little onboarding tour. So it looks like it just went ahead and did a search for me for business software, and I can see the top performing articles for that search term. So the top article here is from, looks like Christian Oroffi. I'm going to mess up that name for sure, but it's about data analytics versus business intelligence and the race to replace decision-making with software. That's actually a really interesting subject. Not exactly what I'm interested in, but that's totally fine. We can see how it's performing here. 5.9 thousand engagements on Twitter, 707 Facebook engagements, only 1 share on Pinterest, which is to be expected. This is not really a market dominated by Pinterest. And it does have Reddit in here, which is really nice. Reddit's a great platform for me particularly. So, the niche that I'm in. So I'm happy to see that up here. It gives you a total number of engagements, 6.6 thousand. So the Twitter engagement from this post has definitely pushed it to the top of the Social Animal platform. Now, this search result really isn't all that interesting to me, and I noticed that it's because it's not an exact match query, meaning I don't have quotes around it. So let me go ahead and add the quotes around business software. I can use this platform to search as many things as I want. It's only when I dig in deep that I'm going to spend any of my credits. Let me try adding the word review to my search and see if I get anything a little more interesting. All right, here we go. We've got a review of Filmora, Stock Nation review, Zen Planner review. This is definitely more in the ballpark for me. All right, I wasn't getting a lot of great insights from the business software search, so I decided to change gears and search for email marketing software. And I think these are a lot more relevant results. You can see the top listing is top 5 email marketing software for small business in 2019. This is getting a decent amount of engagement over on Twitter, 326 shares. So it means people are definitely liking it. No real engagement on any other platforms, but they're probably just not sharing them on those platforms, or they don't have an audience already built up on those platforms. platforms. Then down here, we can see the 10 best email marketing services for 2019, and that's getting a lot of engagement on Facebook, but then again, not really shared on any other platform. So what am I going to do with these search results? Well, obviously it's going to give me a lot of great ideas in terms of what content people are already sharing. If I were to create a piece of content that's similar to this and maybe more full-featured, answers their questions a little bit better, I would be able to get similar, even better traction with my content. It's also going to give you a snapshot of what might be falling flat. If there's a lot of articles written on a given topic, but it's not being shared on social media, it just might not be that interesting to people, and you can avoid wasting the time to create content on that topic. Of course, you're going to want to check with an SEO tool as well to see how many people are searching on Google for a given topic. But if you're really trying to get a lot of reach on social media, this is going to give you some good insights about whether or not it's worth your time to create the content. Now, if I go over to this left-hand sidebar, this is where I can start to refine the search. The first option I have here, it says search mode, and this is where I can choose between the date the content was published or the date that it was actually shared. So if you're looking for relevant shares, recent shares, maybe the article was published 6 months ago, but people only recently started sharing it as it's become more topical or hit the news, then it would probably be worth your while to switch over to shared mode here. For this particular subject, it's not really changing a great deal. I'm filtering out by a year. One thing about the UI I noticed is that everything looks kind of dull or grayed out here, but I can actually click on it. So if I want to see what has been shared in the last month, well, I can switch over to that and I'll be able to see this does change the results drastically, right? I can see the future of email in 2020 and beyond is now the top topic. Whereas if I look across the entire last year, people are just looking for the best email marketing software. There is the ability to search by content type over here. And if I wanted to find, say, what are the best videos, and maybe I'll also say reviews about this topic, I can click right here, and then down at the bottom, I will hit apply filter. All right, now that came up with almost no social shares, a little bit of Pinterest interest on the top result, doesn't even have a thumbnail for the video. Let's go ahead and remove reviews here and see if we get anything better. So if we only look at videos, I can see there's only one email marketing video that this tool has found over the last year. Now, I obviously have a hard time believing there's only been one video published and shared on social media. This one only has a single piece of engagement over on Facebook. Continuing through the search options, we have this idea here of deep search, which will actually search not just the headline, but also the body copy for a particular term. Let's go ahead and try this out. All right, so my current selections are the last year. I did how-to guides, and then I entered in email marketing. Let me actually revise that. Let's go ahead and search for ConvertKit. So it looks like there's only one article that mentions ConvertKit in the body copy that is also a how-to guide. It's not getting much traction on social media, so this probably is not a good topic. If you're looking for content published on a specific domain, you can search for a domain right here. If you're trying to find content by a specific author, you can enter in the author's name right here. We can also search by certain top-level domains, right? So let's say you want to find not all of the .coms, but you're looking for maybe .gov articles on a particular topic. Well, you could search for those right here. We can also filter out the search results by word count. So maybe I want to find only long-form articles, 1,000 words or more. I can go ahead and select that. And if I'm looking for a specific language, I can go ahead and specify here. And there's also this beta option for sentiment, which is going to be looking for positive, negative, or neutral style articles. So it's trying to do a little bit of understanding of what the article is trying to communicate, whether it's maybe a positive review or a negative review. All right, we don't have to just search for topics. We can also search for domains. So I'll go ahead and enter in WP Crafter up here and go ahead and hit search. Now it looks like it's not being able to pull in any images for his articles, but they're getting quite a few shares. So the best way to add Google services to WordPress is his top performing article over the last year. It's got over 600 engagements on Facebook. The next one is how to make a sales funnel. That's got 231 engagements on Facebook. Not much action on the other social platforms, but I know that he is definitely most active over on Facebook. So this is really helpful information to have. Now, one feature we haven't looked at yet is called the headline analyzer. You can see it's right over here. Let's go ahead and click that. We'll analyze this headline. All right, there we go. The headline analyzer is complete. This one is 40 characters. Now it says headlines 55 characters long tend to earn the highest number of clicks, although it is saying that this is the right length. So a little bit of conflicting information there. If I needed 15 more characters, that's going to be several words. So maybe give me a little bit more finite response would be nice here. Then again, over here, 9 words. Headlines with approximately 6 words tend to earn the highest number of click-throughs. So 6 words, 55 characters, whereas we're at, if you do the math there, that doesn't seem to add up. So interesting information. I'm not sure how helpful it is right now. Word analysis, 78% are common words, 22% are uncommon, and 0 are emotional. It's saying the overall sentiment of the headline is positive, and I assume that's just because it says the best way to add Google services to your WordPress. Definitely makes that stand out there, and they're even saying that the quick eye scan will be the best way, and services to WordPress, being that Google will not stand out is their impression. Then there's this kind of weird, trippy little mind map down here, and I don't know whether I'm supposed to understand this, but I'll definitely admit that I do not. So we can see that WordPress is a rare word. I see the headline is in the middle, the best way to add Google services to WordPress, and then it's connecting up to other similar words. Eventually, we get down here to attention deficit disorder, which I find ironic. We can do MBD. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm looking at, but perhaps someone else out there does, and they can teach me in the comments down below. So that's the headline analyzer. Basically, there's some more synonyms. Best, I could replace that word. Way, I could replace that word. Add, I could replace that word. So they give you some options if you're trying to think of ways to, I get it. ADD, attention deficit disorder, add. They're thinking that might be related. All right, that definitely makes sense. But this section is basically trying to give you creative ways to mix up your headline if you're stuck on the set of words that you're using. You could use a thesaurus for that. I'm not sure we need a dedicated tool for it, but it is all here in one place. All right, I just went and searched for how to make a WordPress website, and let's try out this compare function. So looks like the top result here is from howtocreatewebsite.com. I'll compare that one. It's got 5.5 thousand shares. Let's see, let's scroll down here. How about this one? The 5 best WordPress plugins to make your website mobile friendly. We'll add that, and here we go. It just pops them up. So really, you can only compare 2 articles, it looks like. We can see how many words each article has, how many shares they have across different platforms, as well as the keywords that they are optimized for. I would assume it doesn't give me any information here, whether they're ranking for these keywords or it's just the key terms it's pulling out of the article. All right, let's see what this view sharers option is. Well, that's kind of cool. I can see at least 5 people who have shared this particular article to see, whether or not real people are engaging with it. What is the conversation about? Maybe I can jump in and, engage with them and say, hey, did you check out my article on a similar subject? And if they have enough followers, it might actually be really beneficial to, hey, I've got some complimentary info here about that subject you're interested in. All right, I moved over to the insights section over here, and it's giving me another little tutorial to walk through. So it looks like up here, I'm going to see a snapshot of the recommendations for the keyword search. Over here, we've got our search filtering again. We can switch between these different tabs to see whether we want to see the overview, domains, authors, or content analysis. And it looks like that's it. All right, here we go. So Insights is going to, I've still got this search up here for how to make a WordPress website. Insights is going to let me get a kind of a broad overview of whether this is an interesting topic. So it's saying the best time to post is on Saturday. You want to do 9 words in your title, put this up on Facebook, and you can expect about 36 engagements. Here's an overview. There's this one article that went out on June 8th that really did a ton of traffic. Everything else is not really moving the needle at all. And then we get our similar type of results like we saw on the previous page. I actually kind of like this overview. I think that is pretty helpful to see. It kind of puts things in perspective that not a whole lot is going on in this topic on social media, but if you do have a large audience, you write about it, it will get shared. So it's definitely interesting. It's just not hitting the people at the right time. Heading over to the domain section over here, I can see which domains are getting the most traffic. Looks like this howtocreatewebsite.com is definitely doing the best at 5.5 thousand. That's the same article we've been looking at. Yoast is down here. That's a name that I recognize. We have also got Smarty Bro. I've never heard of that one, but they're competing pretty closely with Yoast. If we head over to authors, I can see who's actually writing these articles. Here's Sujay, who's over from Brainstorm for us. So that's interesting to see him here. I can hit explore on Sujay and see what he's up to. They have an article on the Astra website on how to make a WordPress website, and Sujay is listed as the author. Looks like it's got 32 shares on social media. So this would be a really good example. If I wanted to create an article on how to make a WordPress website, I could check out Sujay's article, see what has worked for him. And finally, on this Insights tab, if we go over to Content Analysis, we can see which days of the week are performing best. So it looks like everything that's been shared has basically happened on a Saturday, which probably just means that that one article that was really popular was released on a Saturday. So this probably isn't a large enough data set to really give us any super valuable information. All right, now we're heading over to the Influencers tab here, and it's taking me through yet another tour. It says switch between the different modes of influencer search. You can search between Twitter bio and content share. There's also a top authors mode, which fetches influencer authors writing publications on your keyword. Here are the actual results, what they look like. And then again, we can refine our search over there. All right, so let's dig into these search results. Again, we've searched for how to make a WordPress website, and it's given me a list of authors to contact about this. If I wanted to do a collaboration or hire an influencer, these might be good people to check out. So here is WP Like a Pro. They've got 1.9 thousand followers, 5.5 thousand tweets, and it says listed on 263. I'm not actually sure what listed on mean, whether maybe they're on lists inside of Twitter. That could be it. I can kind of scroll through here and see if there's any good influencers that I want to contact, hire them to maybe write an article for my blog about a specific topic. I think this is a pretty nice feature. Now I can change the search mode up here. Remember, I'm in Twitter profile mode right here, but I could also do something called top authors. All right, and I've got another little onboarding tour here. It's giving me a tour of the results. It says this is a sample of how the influencer results will look. Okay, so these are just basically my top authors. Now I don't have the pictures here. I can see their average number of shares and how many articles they've written. You know, if I just maybe typed in WordPress, I'd see if I get a little bit more insightful answers here. All right, now we're getting some people that have some decent amount of shares. We got 48,000 shares from Kingpin with only one article written. Well, that definitely sounds interesting. Let's view their article that they've written. Ali Dropship, start an AliExpress dropshipping business on WordPress. All right, this is from the Ali Dropship website. It's got 48,000 shares over on Facebook. Let's click on it. Well, unfortunately, it didn't actually take me to an article. It looks like it's just going to the Ali Dropship website, kind of like their home landing page. All right, let's check out the next one. This is Druitt Themes. They got 16,000 shares, 2 articles written. They write for Theme Forest, which is another kind of marketplace here. So let's see what they've got. We got these are going to be products for sure. SaaSland, a multi-purpose WordPress theme, and then Mac, a personal portfolio and resume of WordPress theme. So these are not actually people I would be able to hire related to WordPress if I wanted to hire someone for this topic. All right, let's search for digital marketing here and see what comes up. All right, so this guy right here, James Denling, has 16,000 shares with 1 article. Let's see what he's got. The 7 best social media platforms for your digital marketing agency for Social Witty. Let's check this out. There we go. It's actually an article this time, so that is definitely a much better path to go down. And the website is Social Witty, so this is definitely, a blog, be a good opportunity to possibly do a collaboration or hire someone for a guest post. So overall, the influencer section, a little bit underwhelming. I'm not seeing a ton of information here on, kind of broad topics that I'm searching for, and still, not really getting some really great high quality authors jumping off the page at me. All right, the last section up here is Facebook search, and I can switch between posts and pages mode of Facebook. So I can search between content based on popular keywords or posts. Let's see, we can explore posts right here. We can analyze posts, and we can see top pages. All right, this looks really interesting. Of course, we got our filter over here. All right, let's go back to our WordPress topic. I like that. Let's search for WordPress posts on Facebook. Now it says to maximize your Facebook engagement, basically I need to log in. Let me do that. All right, I've logged in. I've got some results. Not super helpful right away here. I'm seeing some ads from GoDaddy, it looks like. Lots of GoDaddy, probably 5 or 6 different results here. This is definitely going to be one of those platforms where, this just might not be a good fit for digital marketing, and it could work better for other industries. I'd hope, because I'm not getting a lot of good info right here. Let's move over to analyze posts and see what comes up here. All right, so over here we can see kind of the popularity of WordPress on Facebook. So there are 21,000 posts on Facebook. The best day to post about WordPress is Tuesday. at 2 p.m. And it's best to share a link, not a video or an image. And then down here, we can see that, interest has been kind of declining. We've got quite a few posts in January, less in February, and even less in March. Down here, we can see the reaction split, whether, most people are just liking these articles. And here are the top posts over here. Now, these are going to be the same as on the previous page, but 4 out of the 5 of the top results are not in English. And the one that is, it says manage website discoverability with ease. Let's click on that. And this is a post from GoDaddy where it's basically just trying to sell me their services. If I click on their bit.ly link, I'm basically taken to their WordPress hosting and plans. Now, of course, you can organize content into projects. So I've just been kind of doing everything right on the main search here. But if I wanted to, say, create a project and organize all of the popular content inside of that project, I could definitely do that. We can also track what is hot about our particular keywords right here. You can see that Ali dropship article is still the best performing one. And then we can also search for mentions of those specific keywords that we've added to monitor. Clicking through them, I get a little graph of how many times each keyword has been mentioned. Say I go over to business software here, I can see there's only been 3 mentions today, 24 in the last week. So that's probably not a very good search term to monitor. I might want to do something a little bit more specific. And with the click, I can also see how my competitors are doing. Same type of interface where I can say, okay, what's up with WP Crafter? Click right over there. He's got no mentions today. Let's go ahead and check out the AppSumo blog. They have no mentions today as well. So maybe I pick some bad competitors. PC Mag has 3 mentions today, 28 last week, and 102 in the last month. And I can see their top performing articles. So I'm not terribly impressed with Social Animal's information that it's spitting out at me. I'm also not sure how far reaching they're going with their search. But that doesn't mean it doesn't have any redeeming value at all. You definitely can find out whether people are even sharing information on a particular topic. What I'd like to know is there more? Because it seems as though some of these things I'm searching for should have bigger names attached to them and they should have higher volumes of search. So, if I head over to BuzzSumo and do a quick search for WordPress, let's kind of compare what it comes up with. So here's BuzzSumo, the biggest competitor to Social Animal. I'm just going to go ahead and search for WordPress, not logged in or anything. I'm just doing a search from their homepage. Now it's giving me only a few results because I'm not logged in. I don't have a paid account with them, but I can see that it's definitely finding a lot more traffic here. So this WordPress error article from Egypt Fan Club is getting 483,000 engagements on Facebook. That's definitely more in the ballpark of what I'd expect for a big keyword like WordPress. Down here we have an article from Axios. It's getting 2.3 thousand shares on Facebook, 3.1 thousand on Twitter. So those are definitely bigger numbers. Here we can see Reddit, 38,000 shares. That's definitely where it got most of its traffic. It's definitely getting bigger numbers than even the top performing articles over on Social Animal. Again, just a quick comparison here. The top performing articles got 0.2 million, so it'd be like 200,000 shares of WP Optimizer. We have this Axios article, Verizon agrees to sell Tumblr to WordPress. That was actually number 3 over on BuzzSumo, whereas number 2 on Social Animal. But one of the big things with BuzzSumo, and one of the reasons that people are willing to pay hundreds of dollars per month for it, is backlinks. And this basically lets you see who is referring people to a particular article. It's much more on the side of SEO than it is on the side of social media. So I can see why Social Animal wants to kind of stay out of that game. However, if you're thinking this is going to be a complete direct replacement of BuzzSumo, you might need to think again. So overall, for a lifetime deal at AppSumo, $69, I still think there's some value here. $69 is going to get you 10 alerts per month, 50 monthly exports, 250 monthly credits, and the ability to track 250 URLs. If you're just looking for some content ideas, that is where Social Animal has its strength. It'll kind of validate your ideas so you don't waste time making content that nobody cares about. Overall, I'm on the fence about whether I'm actually going to hang on to my codes for Social Animal. I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 7.2. I think it's useful, but not quite there yet. Interface is decent though. If you want to grab your own copy of Social Animal, of course, I'll have the link down below. That'll be our referral link. Kicks us back a few bucks if you go ahead and make a purchase with our link. Do appreciate your support for the channel. Want to invite you over to our Facebook group where we're talking about tools to grow your business all day long. So definitely head over there. The link, again, will be down below. Now, I've been mentioning WordPress quite a bit in this video, and that's because I have a complete series on how to get started with WordPress for total beginners. It's going to be coming out on YouTube very soon, so make sure you get subscribed and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it when that video series comes out. That's going to do it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next review.